It's awesome how that relationship with food in your body has also blossomed into just your entire life and even into your career. Can you just talk a little bit more about like kind of just what life is like moving forward, how it's different and what your kind of plans and aspirations are and how that has changed as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, one of the reasons that I took a food addiction course was, that part of it was that I understood that this was a serious problem, especially, in Western countries, this idea of food addiction. I understood it on some level. I think I even felt it. So I knew that it was this wasn't just about, people liking cheeseburgers. This was about a deep-seated need to eat more and more and more and high calorie, high fat, salty foods, sugary foods. Um, and part of it was just I knew that there was a market for it. I knew there was a market for people who were struggling with food, and I would be able to get clients that way. As I took the addiction course, I began to understand, and I was really kind of sobered by, excuse the pun, but I was sobered by the idea that this disease, a food addiction, kills people. It ruins lives. It kills people, and it's slow and insidious. And it starts with kind of what I was going through, where you're just obsessing over that number on the scale, but then it continues for many people. It just continues until end stage food, addiction, where you have every kind of health problem associated with food and you still can't stop. So it started as, maybe a business opportunity, but also compassion for people struggling with this addiction. As we started, got more into our work, I became um, so much more passionate about the idea that there can be a paradigm shift. I didn't really believe it when I started this. I understand because I've worked with it so many times and I've seen so many people recover from alcohol and drug addiction. I know there can be a paradigm shift around that. I had it myself with alcohol and I have seen it happen with heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, all of that. So I wasn't sure though, because I hadn't experienced it before, that there could be a paradigm shift with food. Because we have to eat every day,
Mm.
right? It's a whole different animal, so to speak. So we, um, as we were working together and I started to feel this shift happening in me, I became so much more excited about the idea that this can happen. I can actually help people have a similar paradigm shift to what happens with alcohol addiction and all that. Part of it comes from working on trauma a little bit. Part of it comes from working with shame and all of that, background, deep-seated issues. But part of it is just in the here and now. How are you talking to yourself? What is really, really important to you? It's not the number on your scale. That's not what's really, really important to you at all. That's just a symbol. So, yeah, I actually, took my credentials and started a food addiction group myself. And again, using a lot of, not verbatim, of course, but using a lot of, what I was learning from you combined with my addiction training, I was able to help these people get on their journey of shifting their emphasis from what the number on the scale is to why are they eating, and why are they eating what they're eating, and how can we help them have a better relationship with themselves and their bodies. And it really made a difference. And now I'm excited about continuing to do that because it's really, really important, Ella. It really isn't about losing weight. The food that's out there it's not only is it killing people, killing so many Americans unnecessarily and costing millions, billions of dollars in healthcare, but of course, killing billions of animals.